Good evening, guys. This is Dipam. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good week. This is webinar Wednesday, and as we were trying to hook up with the Birmingham live meeting this week, as we do most weeks, and as is becoming standard now, the broadband over there seems to keep letting us down, so we can't seem to connect over there. Their Wi-Fi obviously has problems and it causes issues, and we can't always connect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run through the slides myself here, so you don't actually miss out on the information, which is good. And I'll run through the same slides. Obviously, the names on the slides will be different to what to me, obviously, because I'm not the one meant to be presenting them. But I'll cover the information best I can, so you don't miss out. And obviously, if you do want to ask questions at any point, then by all means, put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to sort of answer things. So, okay, so I'll bring up the presentation in a moment. For those that don't know me, my name's Dipam Joshi. I run the Clean Easy business with my wife. We operate in a village called Yaxley in Cambridgeshire, which is just southwest of Peterborough, just off the A1. And we've been running our Clean Easy business for, well, it'll be 14 years in February, actually. So a fair amount of time. And to be fair, we've loved every moment of it. We've got a really good customer base within a couple of miles radius of where we live, probably about 300 to 400 customers. And we service them on a monthly basis, and a lot of the customers we have been with us from day one. So you know, that's the power of the Clean Easy brand and the business. It's really fantastic stuff. And we also develop and support a team of people. We've got a fantastic team in place, and obviously a lot of them doing really well at what they want to do out of the business, and we help and support them accordingly. And Clean Easy for us has been superbly flexible. Asha has a medical condition of ME, which is like chronic fatigue, which means she can't do a regular job, but she obviously does Clean Easy as a flexible sort of work or job, if you like, and I help out evenings and weekends, to be honest, and that's pretty much why we joined and why we got started. And you know, we've earned some good money over the years from it. Our highest check ever has been well over £1,600, and that was for a 4-week period, out of which 3 weeks we were abroad on holiday, which was a fantastic thing, really, to be honest. We should leave the country more often. And last year, about a year ago, this time last year, just short of, we were awarded a trip by Clean Easy to Venice, all expenses paid, long weekend, and it was an absolute fantastic trip. I know a few of the team are going to the Paris one this year, which will be absolutely amazing. Clean Easy treat you like royalty. You're treated 5-star with everything from accommodation to restaurants to excursions, and you don't spend any money whatsoever. They pay for absolutely everything, which is absolutely amazing. So if you've never been on a trip before, then do your best to get on one. It's absolutely wonderful. So, okay, right. So that's enough about me and Asha. You're not here to really listen about us. You're here to, you know, learn about the business and have some training. So I'll pop the slides on and go through them. Like I say, if you have any questions, put them in the chat at the end, because I won't be able to see the chat while I'm doing the presentation, unfortunately. But I think Asha's on anyway, so she might be able to type some answers if she can. If not, I can answer them at the end, so no problem at all. So, right, just give me a moment, guys. I'll bring the slides on. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see those. Okay, so on there, it says obviously Jay is the host in Birmingham, so this is going on as we speak. Kate will have done the opportunity part of the presentation, which I'll cover off, and then Dave's got a bit of training at the end, which I'll also cover off. Okay, we won't obviously be doing recognition and raffle, but I will do the announcements, and you can get the same information that way. Okay, lifestyles. Okay, so avoid the employment trap. What is the employment trap? Okay, we're all, well, most of us, if not all, are part of the employment trap. We don't realise this initially when we first kind of get into our working life. If you imagine the first 20 years of your life or so is spent in education of some shape or another. You may start a job in late teenage years, but you know, a lot of people go to college, university, and by the time you really settle into a career, you're probably early to mid-20s. And let's say you have an initial income of around £10,000 a year, if not maybe a little bit more, and you sort of go on and sort of get a few promotions or a bit of experience, and your income can rise a little bit further to sort of £30,000 a year, or £35,000 a year. Right, just give me a second, guys. I'm being told the slides may not be working. Right, we'll just check it out. Okay, right. Hopefully that's going to work. Asha's trying it at the next room for me on the iPad. So hopefully they'll show up now. So as I was saying, I'll just go back to the employment trap here. You start working at the age of around 20, 25, let's say. First job in 10, 12, 15,000 pound a year. You spend the first sort of 10 years of your life just gaining experience in the field that you've chosen, developing a bit of a career, doing extra courses, getting qualifications, and you may get a reasonably sharp rise in your income. Let's say it goes up to around £25,000 a year. Okay, which is just sort of short of average of what it is for the UK. I think the UK average is around 26, £28,000 a year of salary. And your income then sort of plateaus out. You get your inflationary rises that you're normally kind of used to, but that's about it until the age of retirement, when you get to the age of 60, 65, and by which time you get your pension and your income drops right back down again. So, okay, right, just bear with me again, guys. Sorry, apologies for this. I think the slides you may not be seeing the slides. Just give me a second. Okay, right. Okay, I'll just wait to see. I've shared them again. So hopefully that will mean that you will be able to see them. I'm just going to give it a few seconds because I know Asha's on the iPad at the same time as me. So let's have a look. Right, I think you might be able to see them now. So hopefully, excellent. Yes, I'm getting confirmation in the chat box that you can see the slide, which is good news. Right, okay, let's start again, guys. Let's take it from beginning. So apologies for that. Okay, so I think you've heard what I've said about this graph. You may have not seen it, but just again to explain, you know, when you first start off in your working life, you start at the lower end of your salary scale, get a good rise in the first sort of 10 years to around what the average is in the UK at the moment. And then your income sort of plateaus out to say 30 odd thousand pounds a year. You know, in some cases you might go more than that, but we're talking about average and most people. And by the time you retire, your income drops back down. On here it says the age of retirement is 65. However, we all know what the government want to get people working until they die, basically, which means that you know, retirement age could be 70 plus by the time most of us get to that sort of level, if you like. So yeah, so that's pretty much what happens. So but compare it to the other type of income, which is residual income, which Clean Easy represents. Basically, let's say you get started in your Clean Easy business. Again, lower end of the income. There's no time limit on this, because with Clean Easy, the beauty of it is that you run the business at your pace, at your own time, so you're not racing against anybody. And
so I'm watching today, and Dave is little card, but we'll probably be interested.
Dave, right, just give me a second.
Put the card on the TV.
Muted. Right, you've muted Dave. Apologies for that. I think we've got some sort of connection to the meeting there, actually. I wonder if we can connect there now. Right, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I've had a text message from Dave saying that he might be able to get online in a few seconds, which looks like he has. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We might be able to connect to live to Birmingham. Right, just bear with me a second, guys. This is all exciting stuff, by the way. Okay, so just communicating with Dave by text, so I'm just hoping he'll connect back up and we can start getting some live pictures from the Birmingham meeting. It looks like he's connected, so they may have sorted the broadband and the Wi-Fi out over there. What I may do, so I'll carry on with the presentation anyway, just in case. So like I was saying, the graph is totally different shape, no time to go against, and your income just rises and rises. So shows a 50 grand income there, but obviously, as we know, there's people in Clean Easy earning far more than that. And the residual income, the power of that is that you do work in your early days and it pays you for life. It's likened to authors and pop stars who produce books and CDs and music, that every time that material sells, they get paid a percentage. So Clean Easy is no different. Every time one of your team members puts an order through, and if it's a team member that you've introduced, then you get an income based on that volume. So it's about building volume, training and supporting and helping others to get what they want, and you can get out of it what you want. So okay, so how do you earn the money? So Clean Easy is split into two areas. You've got Clean Easy, the traditional brand that's been around since 1923, and the newly formed K-Life, which has been around in the last sort of year or so. And both are available through the traditional catalogue method, where we drop and collect the catalogues to our customers, and the online method, which has been introduced in the last sort of 6 to 12 months, which is absolutely booming at the moment. People want to buy online, people want to buy through catalogues, so it's kind of almost added such a percentage to our volume that we continue to service our customers through catalogues and to promote products online as well. So the online training bit is a whole new and a whole different training, which can speak to your sponsor, the person who introduced you, and they can give you information on that if you aren't doing the online stuff already, because there's people earning hundreds of pounds just doing online at the moment, and that's in addition to their catalogues. Some people are doing online on its own, actually. New people who aren't doing the catalogues are just doing the online side of things, because that's an entry level that Clean Easy have introduced into the business, where people can join just to do the online business and not do the cataloguing side. But again, speak to your sponsor, speak to your upline, and they give you more information on how you can tackle and operate that. Okay, so the catalogue side of things, you've got your Clean Easy traditional catalogue, as I said. You've got seasonal catalogues, which currently is the Christmas catalogue, which is, as most of the sort of established distributors will know, it's the best time of the year to get orders. People order like mad from the Christmas catalogue, which can up to double your volume just in the next sort of couple of months. And obviously the K-Life brand, which I mentioned, is the new brand, which is more about home styling products rather than home care, which is the traditional stuff. And basically you distribute to friends, to your local area, take them to work with you, pass on to family, colleagues, neighbours, and build a good customer base. Again, the person who introduced will show you how you do that. And there's over 1,500 products, which many of them are exclusive to the Clean Easy or K-Life brand. And there's no stock holding required on your part. You order the products as and when your customers require them, and Clean Easy stock hold them and send them to you in the quantities that you require. Okay, so the online business, Clean Easy provides you with a website, two websites, in fact, one for your K-Life, one for your traditional products, and you have a digital catalogue as well, which is basically like I suppose an electronic version of the paper catalogues that we have, so people can actually look as if they're browsing catalogues online. You've got the iCat and the DCat, which is revolutionary stuff, because every product in those catalogues online has a plus symbol next to them, and it makes it easy for the customer to shop, because you just click on the plus, it adds it to the checkout, adds it to the basket, and they go and check out, pay for it, and bang, you get the profit from that. Shopping online is the fastest growing retail trend in Europe at the moment, so we are part of an ever-growing market. Obviously, the benefit of having an online presence is that your shop is open 24/7 and it's worldwide. Obviously, Clean Easy operate UK and Ireland at the moment, but CVSL, the parent company, have said that they're looking to go global with Clean Easy. So having an online presence is absolutely vital, because catalogues, obviously, you're physically restricted to the areas near your home, whereas the online, you can sell products absolutely anywhere. So really get good at the online stuff, guys, because that's the bit that will benefit you in the years to come. And the online websites also carry some exclusive offers. Obviously, Clean Easy as a company can be flexible with what they present on the websites. They can add and remove products, almost on a daily, hourly basis. Whereas the catalogue, once it's printed, they can't change products until the next print run is done. So again, a lot more flexibility with the online side. Your own department store online, again, you don't hold any stock. Clean Easy to do that and dispatch directly to the customer, wherever that is in the UK or Ireland. Obviously, you can order products to come to you and then you distribute locally. Use the social networks to build your business. Facebook is booming at the moment used as a method to build a customer base online. And direct delivery to your customer, like I said, it's free delivery for the customer if they order over £50. If not, I think it's only £3.95. Sort of, shipping that Amazon and other websites would charge. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. We used to paying a shipping charge if we order online, and Clean Easy is no different. Okay, how do you earn your money? You decide how many hours you work. Again, Clean Easy is very, very flexible. Most people work it part-time alongside another job, around family, around other commitments, and you are helped to develop your own personal plan by the person who introduced you that helps you to create your desired income. So this is all about you. You control how much you do, when you do what you do, in line with what you want to earn, and your sponsor will be obviously there to advise you on what is the best that you can do within your time and the income potential that you want to have. Okay, 3 ways to earn money. First and foremost, retail profit. You earn up to 35% of the retail price on everything that you personally retail. And it says up to 35%. It's because it depends on what level you are on a Clean Easy pay scale, depends on the percentage that you earn as an overall volume. Volume profit, build a small team or build a team and earn bonuses on those team sales. Obviously, by helping others, you're helping your volume to grow. And Clean Easy pay you a bonus based on helping and supporting others and the fact that that extra volume has come into their business. And royalty bonuses. Build an organization and receive substantial royalties, cash bonuses, car and international travel incentives as well. So this is where you help people to go independent within the business. They continue to develop a business and you get a royalty override on that business for the rest of your Clean Easy life. Okay, so how does retail profit work? Let's say you retailed £250 on a weekly basis using the catalogues, the online method, or both. Your total orders for a 4-week period should be around the £1,000 mark, and that gives you an income of £270 in your own pocket every 4 weeks in your spare time, and that's easily done. Some people are doing that just online, literally by spending a couple of hours a day on it. Obviously, some people do the cataloguing, some people combine it. So again, the choice is yours. The flexibility is really good. Okay, so how do you get the volume profit? You basically start sharing your success with others, and every time you've introduced places of order, you get paid a bonus on that from Clean Easy, like I say. Introduce 10 people who do the same as you, i.e. £1,000, and you would become what's known as a gold distributor, which is the first sort of major step in the Clean Easy pay plan. Your income would increase to around £1,234 every 4 weeks, which gives you an annual income of around £16,000, just over. And remember, going back to those graphs earlier on, somebody starting off in their first job after leaving school, college, university, might not be on £16,000 a year. So Clean Easy on a part-time basis can give you the equivalent of a full-time income. Okay, royalty bonus side of things. This is where you've got you've helped 5 people to get to this gold level, and to duplicate the success that you've had. You would be known as what's known as a senior executive distributor, SED, and have an income of almost £4,500 every 4 weeks, which is just short of £60,000, plus the chance to qualify for overseas trips and brand new BMWs. So again, the incentives are there from day one. To be honest, from the day you start your Clean Easy business, you're giving away free catalogs within the first 4 weeks, or free inquiries for people who want to join the business, and then those incentives get bigger and better as you develop and grow your business. Okay, why it works, let's have a look. Okay, reason it works so successfully, the reason the big incomes are paid, is that if you look at a conventional distribution cycle or process, looking at all those stakeholders at the top, you've got the company, the wholesaler, the sales rep, the shops, the advertising, the staff, and the end user. Let's say you were selling a can of Coke, for example. If Clean Easy was selling cans of Coke, or let's take the example of can of Coke first. Company Coca-Cola produce one at around 10 pence, let's say. They pass it through the chain. By the time we buy it from a Tesco or anywhere else, it might cost us, say, £1 to buy a can of Coke. And that's because everybody in the middle has to take a piece of profit to cover their costs and obviously to make a bit of profit. Let's say Clean Easy were selling cans of Coke using the network marketing distribution method. You'd still have the company Clean Easy buying Coke from Coca-Cola on the left-hand side. We, the network distributor, are basically taking up the gap in the middle. So Clean Easy as a company, the company and the wholesaler. Our catalogues are our shops and our sales rep. We do the advertising, and we're the staff, obviously, by distributing them or placing online adverts. And the end user is the end user. So in the case of a can of Coke, it'll probably still cost the end user £1. Clean Easy will still get the Coke for say 10 pence or whatever, but the margins are squeezed into the middle for the network distributor, hence why the big incomes can be paid and the incentives like cars and trips abroad can be provided. So no overhead, no middlemen, as it's in the conventional distribution method. Savings made are paid back to people like us. And so they are, that crosses all those out because we take over the space of all the others. Okay, so continuing why it works. It's effective, it's innovative, and products are affordable. And they may not be on the high street, many of them, because Clean Easy have exclusive products. It's a tried and tested method of distribution. It's a brand name that is recognised. It was established in 1923, and it's a growing trend in worldwide retailing, I say online, as well as cataloguing or home shopping in general, in whatever form. It's simple and it's duplicable in terms of its business model. Anybody can come in and do this business, being shown, very briefly what to do, and they can take off and go with it. And it's open to everybody who's over 18 years old without any previous experience or training required. You're provided with full training and on-the-job support by the company and the people who introduce you and the team around you. And you work it around your current job or business, like I say. And the potential is there to earn an unrestricted income for the rest of your life. Okay, quick look at the incentives. So you mentioned trips abroad. First and foremost, you've got your 30-day bonus, like I mentioned a little while ago. From day one, you can potentially have an incentive from Clean Easy, giving you 50 free catalogues, 50 K-Life catalogues, or 20 lead inquiries. And you get a choice of any one of those for every time you place an order of £150. And you can do that as many times as you want in your first 30 days. And after you've done it 4 times, they double up on the incentive. So let's say after the 4th time and £600, you wanted 50 free catalogues, you'd end up with 100. And that's, again, Clean Easy doing fantastic stuff. And that, on its own, is worth about £150 worth of incentives on top of the income that you have. At £600, you'd have an income of over £100 anyway, plus you'd have the incentives. So absolutely wonderful stuff from day one. And a car that you can keep for life. So as you move and progress up the Clean Easy pay plan, it's got an unrivaled car scheme. I remember at one conference we went to a few years ago, Clean Easy gave away £250,000 worth of cars in one conference. It was unbelievable. 9 cars available, Mini First to a Bentley Continental GT. And these cars are for you to keep. If you in the early stages for the first 2 or 3 cars, if you don't want the cars, you can get a cash reward of equivalent of £10,000 to £30,000. So you get a choice. If you don't want a car, it doesn't matter, take the money. Buy a car that you want or use the money for something else. Overseas incentive. Twice a year, like I say, there's normally a European destination, which is Paris in November this year, and or further afield, which is India next spring. So it comes around every year, guys. We've been to Venice, like I say, Asha and I went last year, and it was absolutely wonderful. We're no special people, as we just done the business and got them qualified. We know people who have qualified far more than what we have. Dave and Anne Pemberton Smith, who are kind of our overall leaders in this group, have qualified for umpteen trips. And the most recent ones have been Hong Kong, Rio, Jamaica, Australia, South Africa, Miami, Dubai, and Athens. That might be the ones that Dave and Anne have actually been on, to be honest. So, and Paris and India, like I say, are the ones that are coming up. Okay, just to give you an example of some of our distributors, we have a single mum, that's Abigail Coakley, who runs a business around her son, around his schooling, and she initially started just to be flexible around him and be able to earn some money, and she's now earning £3,000 to £4,000 a month just from this business around the son and the schooling. So brilliant for her, brilliant. So she wouldn't be able to do that in a normal job. She would probably be earning half that if she's lucky, and be working long hours and won't be able to spend the time with her son and to be flexible around the school hours. Hayley Watson basically wanted to run her own business. She's got 3 children as well, wants to be free to enjoy her life and not be working 24/7. And she's been growing a business through the online method using Facebook. And just 4 weeks, she's achieved over £500. Again, she's saying how she likes the flexibility and the versatility of the business and to work it around her children and her family. Peter and Jackie White, who are very well established distributors and one of the top 3 or 5 distributors in the country, not far from us actually, in Peterborough, just a few miles up the road. And they have an annual income of probably approaching £200,000 a year now, to be honest. They had a combined income of £45,000 a year when they're doing normal jobs, and they've kind of got 4 times that level of income now from Clean Easy, earning a staggering amount of about £15,000-20,000 every 4 weeks, which is an amazing amount of money. They're both in their sort of close to probably late 60s, maybe early 70s now. Actually, they're joining in the late 50s because they faced financial ruin, and now sorted their lives out, and are absolutely wonderful people, and certainly know how to grow and develop the business. Okay, it can work for you too. The sponsor, the person who introduced you or has invited you here tonight, can give you a personal business plan designed around your circumstances, I mentioned before. You continue to get extensive support from the system, the training, and the people around you, and that includes one-to-one coaching on a regular basis, how to build the business and how to obtain online sales, as well as through your catalogue. We have a terrific resources website that is free for you to use at any time, and you've got professional and personalised e-commerce websites that Clean Easy provide for you to be able to promote your products. And you have company and team run events that you can attend. Again, meet some exciting people, meet people who perhaps have similar situations to yourself. You can gain advice and support from them, and just be part of a fantastic team and crowd that obviously wants to head in the right direction, and obviously they'll be able to help you and support you all the time. Okay, small outlay, large rewards. You can get started with this business for just as little as £25. If you stay online, then it's just £25. If you decide to use the catalogues as well, then you pay a further 3 amounts of £45 after 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks. But that's it. It is a relatively small outlay in comparison to what you can potentially earn, as you've seen evidence of that already. Start earning money straight away, especially if you go online with it. It's work from home. It's got the total flexibility of hours to work around your circumstances. Why not give it a go? If you're already in the business and you're not doing as well as you want to, or you want to do more, then again, the same applies. Why not give it a go, guys? Just step on the pedal and go with it. And you've got everything to gain. Okay, so what do you get in your business package? You basically get your latest catalogs. You've got your personal retail and recruitment websites, as I said. You've got your Clean Easy online support system, which you use for placing orders and tracking your business. And you've got a Clean Easy call center you can close. You can call anytime, open 5 days a week, and you've got your business materials as well. Obviously, if you choose just the online method to join, you don't get the latest catalogs, not to start with, but obviously you've got all the websites to try and run your business as well. Success Kit 1, this is the one that is for £25. This will get you the professionally designed websites, the online success kit, and get you started, I say, for £25. You still have a 30-day money back guarantee. If you decide it's not for you, you can stop, and you get your £25 back. Oh yeah, you get to keep any profit that you make. Success Kit 2 for £49.99, you get 50 catalogs plus all the online stuff, as I mentioned. Again, it's got the 30-day trial if you decide not to continue. And there's a further kit not mentioned here, £160, which you pay in instalments, £25 plus 3 lots of 45, gets you 250 catalogs. It can work for you. How much would you like to earn? Is there anything else you need to know? When would you like to get started? So again, the sort of questions that you may get asked, or if you're new, or so if you're not joined yet, you might want to ask before you make an informed decision and get started. Okay, start your dream lifestyle today. What's stopping you? Okay, so this is the part that Dave was going to do, earn to learn. I don't think we've managed to connect to Birmingham, so I'll obviously continue. Okay, earn to learn. To earn more, you have to become worth more, and this is all about learning. It's, if you liken it to driving a car, for example, you become a better driver the more you learn about driving, the more experience you get, the more you do it. So Clean Easy is no different. The more you do the business, the more you learn about it, the more you read the books, the more you go to the meetings, you get better at it. So say the 45-year plan is there, as you mentioned earlier. Start off at 10k, get up to around 30k, and back down again. That's called a linear income. So you're trading your time in equal amounts for the income that you're getting. So you've got a set amount of hours that you give on a weekly or a monthly basis, and you receive a set wage or set salary in return. So there's no difference there. You can't earn more unless you do a bit of overtime, but again, you're giving up more of your time for more money. Okay, your retail sales stay the same, let's say. This is for the residual side, and your income goes the opposite way. So this is where initially you're putting in an amount of time for the income you're getting. It may not seem like a large amount of income, but as time goes by, your effort will still stay the same, if not reduce maybe, and your income goes the opposite way. It continues to rise and rise and rise. And let's say, yeah, the effort goes the opposite way. Your effort seems high at first, but it goes down as your income grows, because what happens is that you've developed a business that starts to gain momentum and wheels of its own, and you develop leaders within your team who are then developing their businesses, and that continues to grow the volume and gains you momentum. And that's known as residual income. As I mentioned, residual income is normally saved for people who are in the sort of pop industry, or authors where they've had a CD they've made in the past. Somebody like a Robbie Williams, for example, who's written a few CDs. Every time his music gets played on the radio, or his CD gets purchased, he gets a piece of that percentage that's made from that source. And for authors, someone like J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books, she's become, I think, the richest lady in the UK now, head of the Queen as well. And that's all based on 4 or 5 books that she wrote, which then have gone on to have film rights and other kind of rights to sort of merchandising, etc. So she gets paid every time the word Harry Potter is probably mentioned, and that's how she's earned her income. So duplication, this is how it works. Let's say you sponsor 2 people yourself. You then show them how to sponsor 2. They then sponsor 2, and so forth. You get the idea. Everyone's sponsoring 2, a team total of 62 people. That's if you sponsored 2 and duplicated 2. Let's say you took it to the next level. You're at the top, you're 1. You sponsor 3, who then sponsor 3, you sponsor 3, you sponsor 3. You see the vast difference just by increasing the number the number that you're sponsoring by 1. It increases the number that you've got in your team by 301. The total difference just by introducing 1 extra person. Let's take it to the next level. If you took it another step further and you sponsored 1 extra, so you get 4 instead of 3, you then go on to sponsor 4 each. So this is what you're duplicating down, and this is what people are copying from you. By the time you get to 5 levels down, there's 1,001 more people in your group than you had before, compared to if you sponsored 3, and certainly far more if you sponsored 2. Taking 1 step further to 5, so the idea is to try and sponsor 5 people who you then teach to sponsor 5, who then teach others to sponsor 5. So you've got a complete cycle going on. By the time you get to 5 levels down, 3,905 people, which is 2,541 people more than if you just sponsored 4. So hopefully you get the idea there, guys. It's all about how many you sponsor yourself personally and how many they sponsor because they've copied what you've done, basically. And your residual income is in direct proportion to the size of your team. So the structure of that team, that is another training for another day, as it says there. That is true. That's a whole science in itself. But basically the idea is that try and sponsor as many people as you can that are directly linked to you. 5 is the example given there, but obviously you can go well beyond that. And if you go well beyond that, then obviously your business will grow a lot quicker. It is a bit of a roller coaster. You will have your ups and downs as you do in life. This business is no different. You'll have, when you drop in and collect your catalogs, you have, an excitement phase, dropping and collecting catalogs, getting, might have a bad pickup or something, it was rained or someone told you not to do it around there or whatever, and you might get a bit of a doubting phase. And you may end up quitting if you, really let people or things get to you. However, the idea is to get back fighting again. You've got a system behind you, you've got people who support you, you've got loads of evidence around you to say that this business is working. So all you've got to do is copy what other people are doing. So get back into the race and start fighting and enjoy the ride. Basically, once you start to build a business and get that residual income, you'll enjoy the ride for the rest of your life. Highs and lows. Okay, so what happens? Yes, like I said, with life, you're going to get your highs and lows, your positives and negatives. And it's a bit like one of those heart meters where it goes ping, 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 up and down. But the idea is to really reduce the distance between the highs and lows, because yes, it's nice to get so high in life, but then it's equally as bad to get so low in life. So if you can shorten the distance between the lows and the highs and have the curve, if you like, heading more towards a positive. You can see there as it tails off on the right hand side of the screen, your lows aren't nowhere near as low as the previous lows, and the highs are pretty much as high as the previous one. And again, this is just by hardening yourself in business, so learning about the business. And sometimes you get the lows because you're unsure what to do, or you've not learned enough. If you're armed with the information and the experience, then if you start feeling a low, you know from experience what to do to try and sort it out. So obviously your sponsors are there, the company's there to support you, but if you can bounce back yourself and have the bounce back ability, then that's a good thing. So you can make yourself resistant to the negativity and make sure that you're positive and you can get yourself through any problems that you may have. So we all go through this process. Asha and I are no different. We've all been through it. But everyone has a down day every now and again, but it's just how quickly you bounce back and get back on your feet, dust yourself off, and off you go. Okay, comfort zone. You are here. Where are you now? Sorry, it says. If you change, then everything will change for you. Comfort zone can seem nice and cozy and that, but it can also be really dangerous just to be sitting in your comfort zone. Is it comfortable really as well? It may feel comfortable, but are you really comfortable? If you're not willing to change, you will have to accept life that you're living, and that includes the level of income you're getting, the lifestyle that you have, the type of house that you live in, the type of cars that you drive. Just generally, if you're accepting of what you have, you will always have that. If you put into action to try and improve that, you will improve that. This is where you want to be. You want to be in the outer circle, because that's where the excitement happens. When you step out your comfort zone, it may feel a little bit uncomfortable at first because it's an unknown area for you. But I tell you what, once that excitement builds in, it's a wonderful place to be. And in the blue ring outside, it's what's possible. If you take an even further step and become an absolute superstar at this business, then that really does start to get exciting for you. People and personalities. People have different learning styles, so I'll just go through. People can learn this. So this is how you would effectively communicate with people, because people have one of four main learning types, and if you can try and learn or find out what a certain personality type of person is, then you can gear your communication towards them in the right way. So some people are digital, they're switched on by figures and facts and just knowing specific things. Some people are audio, so it means they get switched on by listening to music or listening to people talk and picking up information that way. Some people are visual, so they like to have visuals in front of them, like watch videos, like to have graphics like you're seeing on this presentation. Some people are kinesthetic, so they like sort of more softer feeling, touchy feeling type stuff. So they may be the ones that like hugs and things like that. So it's that different type of personalities that people are. There's some three books there that are absolutely wonderful in learning that. Personality Plus is the one I've read and probably would choose. Obviously read the others as well. Magic Colors, very similar. What Personality Plus does, it tells you, specifically describes people's habits and characteristics and their personalities, and kind of groups them into different into categories, and you can recognize yourself in it and recognize people around you, which then helps you to work out which personality they are. The Magic of Colors, it replaces the categories of colors, so people are of a certain color type. And then you've also got MLM Nuts and Bolts by Jan Rue, again another fantastic book that explains personality type. So very important, guys, to learn the type of personality you are, because some people only recognize the type they are, and also to learn what others are, so that you can gear your communication in the right way. And if you gear your communication in the right way to people, they will get more of a benefit from you talking to them and get more of a benefit from this business. And you present the business to them in the right way, which helps to help and support and develop them. Okay, Earn to Learn. I think that's an Ariel Atom car. We're talking about this at work today. This car, it's a really fast car, and it's just literally a lightweight model, and it's just a phenomenal car. It's just no body shell or nothing, just sitting in a go-kart basically. But Earn to Learn, it's got the L has gone green because you've just passed your test. You're new to the business and you're ready to fly off with it. You've got your retail, you've got your sponsoring, and you've got your coaching. It's only showing 3 wheels there. Obviously this car has 4 wheels, but they're the 3 wheels that we use in this business. Retailing, showing other people how to do it by sponsoring, and then coaching them to get better at what they're doing, and then showing them how to develop a business. And supporting, obviously, like I said, there is 4 wheels. The personal development, which underpins it all. This is the bit that gets you growing stronger, excuse me, and better at what you're doing, and obviously helping and supporting others as well, and recommending the personal development to them too. And you've got your goals and dreams. So once you've started to motor with your business, there's no stopping you. You can set your goals and dreams. You can set your goals and dreams from day one, to be honest. You don't have to wait till your business has grown, because you've joined this business and got started for a reason. So you've already got a goal or dream in mind. It could be your dream is just to earn £50 a week. Your goal was to have a flexible job to do around their children. Your goal was to have enough money to save up for next year's holiday, or you're getting married, or you want to move house. So whatever your reason is, you've got a goal or a dream already. So keep hold of that. Remember why you join this business. Remember why you're doing this. And then plug into the system. We've got a most fantastic system in place for everyone to use, called the 10 Steps and Easy Coach. So it's all about making the business as simple as possible. There's systems in everything that we do throughout life. We probably all follow a system in the morning that we don't realize: getting up, showering, changing, having a wash, having breakfast, getting changed, etc., etc. Everything's done in a routine, in a systematic way. And with Clean Easy, it's no different. If you join and plug into the system, do it in the routine way and a systematic way, then you can't fail, because that's the system that's been used by the people who are a success at this. Okay, recognition. So this would have been done at the meeting, which we can't do here. Right, announcements. Okay, I can do these here. Right, the next Birmingham meeting, which is on November the 11th, it's a social media masterclass. A guy called Craig Skellen. I've had the good fortune to listen to him at the 10 Steps training in Birmingham a few weeks ago. Absolutely brilliant. This guy is absolutely on fire, and he's absolutely booming with this business. So the meeting that's going on tonight, he's at the one next month. So if you are within an hour's distance of Birmingham, I would highly suggest that you get there, because that'd be very well worth spent just listening to him and learning about the online business that's booming at the moment. So just £4 per person. Absolutely, you make that money back in no time, to be honest. And it's on for 2 hours, 7:30 to 9:30. Prior to that, or along the next month or so, depending where you are within the country, there's a varying 10 steps trainings that are useful to go to. I know the next one in Birmingham is on 25th of October, the one I went to, or the one Asha and I go to on a monthly basis. We'll be at that one ourselves. I know there's ones in Yorkshire, new ones in Bristol starting up as well, and down south in the Slough area. So find out what your nearest one is. They're on systematically every 4 weeks or every month. Get to your nearest one, learn about the business, learn about the company, mix with the people who are making the business success, so that you can as well. So it's very important you get to these events, because they are put on, for everybody's benefit, and so that we can all learn the system and what we do. Okay, so thank you, yeah, all of us, all of you. Join us for a drink downstairs. Well, our kitchen will be a bit crowded. I wouldn't expect you guys to get over here. Have a safe journey home. Hopefully you will, from your computer to your armchair. And that's about it. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks for your patience. Obviously, we had a bit of a rocky start at the beginning, trying to get the technology right. And once again, apologies for the Wi-Fi issues at the meeting in Birmingham, so we couldn't connect some live. But hopefully, you still enjoyed the training and got the best out of it. Obviously, if you want to know more about this, then let us know. Put your questions in the chat. I'll be here for a while, sort of answering questions in the chat. What is it? It's 10 to 9 now. If I stick around to 9 o'clock for another 10 minutes, put your questions in, or just have a chat, and then I'll close up, and then we can sort of get on with our own evening. So thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for your patience again, and then the webinar again next week at 9 o'clock. Back to its 9 o'clock slot for Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week. Take care.